Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 2006 BMW 650i convertible. This is a clean title car. It does have two accidents on the Carfax report, one of which our customer knew about, the other one he did not know about. So I'll address that as I walk around the car. We debated on whether or not we would bring this car in, just because we would typically not buy a car with an accident on it, and certainly not a car with two accidents on it. We went around it with a paint meter. It appears the front two fenders are factory. They're not metal, so you can't run a paint meter on them, but they've got the original bolts, it looks like, and the original VIN tag on one of them. So we believe, and the hood has not been replaced or repainted. Both doors look like they are original paint depth. It was the right and the left quarter panel, both have paintwork on them. And you can't tell, of course, with the rear hatch or the rear bumper, because they're fiberglass or carbon fiber, and won't read a paint meter. So we know one of the accidents was the woman slid into a curb and had to replace one of these wheels, which was bent. She claimed that on insurance, which was, I think, about a $1,500 item. The second accident our customer did not know about. So this is a customer, we did a bunch of work on this car for him. We put a Silajet on it, which is a very expensive paint sealant. We did a bunch of cosmetic stuff, we detailed it, and as it turns out, it's just more car than his wife wants to drive on a daily basis, and so they're getting rid of it, and we bought it from him basically. And so anyways, we went round and round whether or not we would bring it in or not. Everything works mechanically. It's all current on its service. It's in very, very good shape. It doesn't need anything. It's got front and rear parking sensors on it. So this is a car that we would definitely suggest an aftermarket or an extended warranty program on, and we offer those through Royal or AUL. And we can also finance this car through either the Alaska USA Credit Union or Wells Fargo. So you'll notice you've got a bar here on the license plate. That's part of a $2,000 radar detection system. It's a Passport 9500 CR, and so this is a laser defense system. And then you've got also a sensor up front. So, and then you'll notice the buttons on the back here. Those are parking sensors. You've got that on the front and the rear. So it's very clean. It's been very well taken care of. As I mentioned, all the service is current. It's got M wheels on it, so that's it. If you bought them factory from BMW, it's about $6,000 worth of rims. The tires are in good shape. As I mentioned, all the service is current. And cosmetically, it's very, very clean. So we did a little paint touch-up, and then there was some curb rash on the wheels, so we fixed those. And then, as I mentioned, we did put a paint sealant on it, a product called Silajet. And then did some just interior touch-up stuff. So anyways, he's decided to sell it, so that's how we've got it. We own it outright. As you can see, so all the wheels are perfect now. It's got xenon lights on it, of course. The front is clean. So there's another part of your passport system here. So it's black on black. It's got a black top. You'll see this is very, very clean. A lot of times you'll have wear, or you'll have oxidation back here, so that's in great shape. The glass is in great shape. The rear seats, that's nothing special. Any 6 Series you look at is probably going to have back seats that are immaculate, because nobody ever sits back there. So we've got one master key in the original books. So there's your black trim. So sport seats, of course, you've got an adjustable front part, so for extended trips, a little extra leg support. You've got lumbar, of course. You've got a memory seat and dual power seats, both for the front, the passenger, and the driver. So your interior trim. So of course you've got the iDrive system here. You've got Steptronic transmission. This is one of the two components to the Passport system. The other is in the on the center there between the odometer and the tachometer. Those will both activate when I turn it on. So one master key, as I mentioned, we've got the books. We've also got the manuals for the passport. So you'll recognize definitely not the sound of a BMW, as that fires up dual exhaust, and the V8 is nice. So there you can hear the passport activating. There's your control module, and there's the indicator of where your settings are at. So as I mentioned, heated seats. You've got also you have front and rear parking sensors, so that's the ability to turn their speaker on and off. This activates the top either up or down, and then DTC, which is dynamic traction control. You've got a DVD player in here, which also reads the navigation disc. You've got dual auto climate control, and then of course your iDrive. Everybody's familiar with the iDrive. On this particular car, you've got Bluetooth, you've got navigation, entertainment is of course your stereo system. It's also got satellite radio on it. You've got another interesting, and this is true with all BMWs, but you can go in here to your info sources and you can look at your service history and just see where everything is at. So if you scroll down, brake fluid's good, vehicle check is good, rear brake pads 9,000 miles, microfilter 10,000, engine oil 11,000, front brakes 14,000 miles, and spark plugs 31,000 miles. So all that stuff is current, as I mentioned. It's a very clean car. It's too bad about the accidents. You've got a multi-function steering wheel, so you've got a programmable button here for any option that you want through the iDrive system. Scrolling through CD tracks or radio stations. Over here you've got Bluetooth activation and volume control. An onboard computer system, which is typical with BMWs. You have a heated steering wheel and adjustment over here, and these are your cruise options. You've got driving lights and fog lights, intermittent wipers, 68,623 miles. Home link, so 3 buttons up here, programmable for security gates or garage door openers. And then I'll put the top up real quick. So all you do to have the top up, you just hit this button here. So, and that activates the back, drops the glass. Takes about 20 seconds for everything to button up. The top is in very good shape. There's no rips or tears. There's no signs of wear and tear on the interior or exterior. And so there you go. That completes that operation. And then you've also got, you'll see there at the bottom of the iDrive system, the convertible top movement is complete. Just telling you that everything's in place. And then all the windows roll up if you continue to hold that down. So anyways, it's a ton of car for the money. The window sticker on this probably was in the mid-80s, maybe even high 80s when it was new. If you've never driven one, it's an incredible driving car. And just show you the top real quick. So that's clean. The back glass, as I mentioned, was clean. It's black sapphire metallic, which is nice. So it's got some depth to the paint. If you've got questions or would like additional information, please feel free to contact us, and we can be reached at 503-227-2354. Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.